You may recall that the playground at Gurchin in Sligo was closed for a time a couple of months ago. And the closure was forced by the committee there not being able to access any affordable public liability insurance. Indeed, they couldn't get any insurers in Ireland to cater for their needs. And it's a similar problem elsewhere. And a similar problem for those who operate party entertainment businesses like bouncy castles and the like, and we've heard from some of them on the show in recent months. The Labour Party believe they have come up with a solution to prevent cases where playgrounds have to close. To tell us more, I'm joined by the Labour Party's election candidate for Sligo Leitrim, Nessa Cosgrove. Nessa, good morning to you.
Good morning, Niall. Thanks for having me on.
You're a member of the Cartron Community Recreational Committee. And as a member of that committee, you've come up with your own problems as well, isn't that right?
Yeah, so we've been, I'm a member of that for the last number of years, and we've been working very hard with Sligo County Council. Barty Gavin has been brilliant helping us about actually acquiring the land. But then we did acquire the land because it was actually in private ownership that had gone into liquidation. But we have acquired the land, and no, we can't. We're finding it impossible. We can't. There's nobody will give us a quotation. There's no insurance company at all will give us a quotation. The area is already zoned as a recreational area, and we've tried to know. We've been working with Sligo Leader, and we've been trying to get a number of quotations. And it's come to the stage that not even an insurance company will even give you a quotation.
Right. Okay. So, and this is a problem, as we know. It's not just Gurchin and Cartron. It's widespread. Okay. Okay.
No, it is. And I know from talking to other community groups in the area that the premiums have gone up so high that like 83% of community groups say that they've gone up by 1,500 a year. So there's, even if they have gotten insurance, even the constant rise of the premiums are going up, it's becoming impossible for the groups to constantly fundraise, to match the cost of this rise, So, and it's very frustrating. I suppose it's a lot of parents, a lot of local volunteers that are doing local fundraising and hitting the same people for money every year. But it's just come to the stage now that they're not even giving out insurance quotes at all.
Okay, so what's the Labour Party proposing to do about it? How do you prevent such closures in future?
Well, the Labour Party nationally, this is a national, that all councillors around, elected councillors are around, and representatives around the country are saying, I suppose, IPB is a state-owned insurance company, and it was set up in 1926, so it's like a co-op. It's owned by the HSE, regional assemblies, ETBs. Just basically, the Labour Party are putting motions, and because there's no councillor here, there's no Labour councillor here, that I'm going to be hopefully working with Bartley, and I know Councillor Gina O'Boyle has been very helpful with it as well. About that, a motion we put forward and that the executive will work with it, that they expand the remit, basically, that the IPM, the Irish Public Bodies Insurance, will expand the remit to cover community groups and festivals. It's not just playgrounds, it's festivals, non-profit groups that have an input in the community. It doesn't have to be forever. It's I suppose there's a gap until the whole insurance market is sorted out. So that's we just expanded because at the moment that IPM or IPB are covering public playgrounds anyway, like that local authorities are covering it, so that we'd expand it into community groups as well.
All right, okay. So this would avoid we had a situation where not only was there a huge money involved, but nobody in this country, nobody in Ireland would quote for insurance.
No, we've tried. Like there was one BHB that used to do it in the past, but no, there's no one at all. And I suppose it's at a time when mental health, like poor mental health is on the rise. Not for the young people, obesity levels are rising. We can see the importance of interaction with groups and connectivity with your community is so important for everyone's mental health that it's just very frustrating. And I suppose the whole insurance company industry there's so many problems within it, the dual pricing, and I think until that's sorted out, rather than playgrounds closing or like new ones opening. In fact, you can see it if it doesn't get sorted out. You'd maybe be worried that it would end up going into sporting groups, like GAA groups or basketball groups or anything, soccer groups. That you'd be afraid until that if the premiums keep going up, and you can see as well. I suppose the insurance companies, even though the premiums are going up, claims have come down, and the amount of payouts have come down. So there are severe profit making within the insurance industry. So I think this IPB would be, or IBP, would be a very, it just increase the remit for a while, expand it for a while.
All right, okay. So it's a Labour Party proposal, but they're going to follow this at local authority level, apparently.
Yeah, that hopefully, so councillors that are elected in Labour Party will put it forward as motions, but because there's no Labour Party councillor here in Sligo, that hopefully we'll work with the councillors, us as a group, or us as the area rep, I suppose the Labour Party will work with the local councillors and the executive. And Bartley Gavin has been really involved with us, and so was Councillor Jean O'Boyle, so I'm hoping that they will push it on, push it through.
All right, okay. And if that were to happen, how hopeful would you? You're talking about your involvement in the Cartron Community Recreational Committee. How hopeful are you now that can be sorted out and that you will get that piece of land that you're looking for?
Well, I suppose we have acquired the land, and I know the county council worked very hard. Bartley Gavin in particular worked very hard in this to push it, that it would actually be put into the ownership of Sligo County Council, and it is. So I suppose our idea is if that the local authorities are funding, or the insurance is covering, state or local or public playgrounds, wouldn't it be great if it was actually extended to community playgrounds as well? So this area is owned for a recreational area, and it's a multi-age park. It's not just a playground. We're trying to have it that'll be a multi-age park. So that older people will have some of those exercise machines, hopefully have a football net. It won't be just a playground either. Because I know that there's some, I'm talking, the community groups, there's some things within playgrounds, like zip lines, are virtually impossible to get any insurance for at all. Yeah. So we'd be kind of realistic about what we can get as well.